Good morning.
Good morning, Chair.
Morning.
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 Can you see the Daphne behind me? It smells so good.
Can't, but I can smell it.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Morning, Ken. Do you think we're waiting for, I know Christian's out this week, but are we waiting for another attorney to join us?
I know Christian's out, and I believe Jody was going to join us.
Okay. Well, I think we'll just get started and then see if she pops on here in a minute.
I can run next door. Want me to do
Okay.
that?
Sure.
It looks like she's heading in, or she's in the audience, as it were.
There she is.
There she is. Hey, Jody.
I had to re-download Zoom.
It's always
so
something.
bright.
It's always
Tell you all about that.
Okay. I'm going to open the Yamhill County Board of Commissioners meeting, formal informal session for March 10th, 2022. It is 10:02 in the morning. And I will go ahead and lead us in the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And just to note, the Board of Commissioners formal informal sessions will resume in person in room 32 of the Yamhill County Courthouse beginning on March 24th. And that brings us to our calendar session. Commissioners, anything to add to the calendar? I know we have on Monday, March 14th at 3 o'clock is the CTEC West naming ceremony. But other than that, do we have anything to add?
Yes, we've got AOC meetings.
Yes.
I'll see you there.
And those are Monday. Is it just Monday? I think it's just Monday.
And then I have Tuesday down as the AOC board. I'm not on the AOC board, but some of you may be there.
That's open for anybody who wants to come. It's more of a
That's
strategy.
what I thought. Yeah.
So
I was planning on being there, but listening only.
it's a free for all. Okay.
Okay. That brings us to public comment. I don't believe we received any public comment for today. And item E is department updates. And today we have Cynthia Thompson from our transit department. Good morning. Welcome.
Hi, Cynthia.
Good morning.
Hi.
So it took me out and brought me back in, so I didn't hear.
I love your background.
Oh.
Your background is beautiful.
Used to be a view I had from an old place I lived, but that view's gone now. They built a 25-story building in front of it. But
Oh.
anyway, so are you ready?
I'm
missed.
sure that they needed that,
Thank
Cynthia.
Good morning, everyone. I was looking back at the last time I did an official transit update was exactly 2 years to the day. So it was actually March 10th, 2020. Not that we haven't talked about a lot of things, but I haven't done like an official transit update. So that was kind of interesting. This is going to be a little bit at the 10,000 foot level. In the past, sometimes I get into all the nitty gritty and tell you all about every report I've ever submitted and on and on. But since it's been a while, I think I'm focusing this time on just most significant projects, issues, updates, that sort of thing. So sharing my screen, let me see if I can do that here. Let's hope it works. Now, unfortunately, I can't see what you see, so do you see anything on your screen?
Yes, we see
Okay.
the first slide.
Okay, great. So let's see if it'll let me go to the next slide. Okay. I always like to start with a quote. I don't know, it's just my daily quote thing, but I always like this one. Public transportation is like a magnifying glass, shows you civilization up close. I've always liked transit industry for this reason. I visit other communities, and first thing I like to do is go ride the bus because I feel like I get a sense of what the quote real community is, and sometimes it's the good, the bad, and sometimes the ugly. But you can learn a lot about a place and its people when you ride the bus. So I thought I'd start out with a few things that I'm proud of that have happened over the last 2 years. Obviously, getting through the pandemic, not that we're completely through, but maybe the worst of it, let's hope. I think it's really great that we were able to keep our service levels maintained. The only thing that really was affected is we had to suspend Newburgh service a couple times briefly, but we always backed that up with the dial-a-ride, so I think people were still able to get to work and people were able to get to their life-sustaining trips, and that was good. And I know the pandemic brought a lot of challenges, and of course, the obvious thing, it brought sickness and even death. First Transit did lose one employee to COVID. We dealt with staffing shortages, more conflict on the buses, lots of problem-solving issues and things like that. But I think overall, we handled it well, and we were blessed to maybe not have as bad a time as a lot of transit agencies had. So the staff were recruited, hired, retained, and they were able to pull staff from other locations. And then I think the most interesting thing, and I think one of the benefits, one of the positive things, not benefits, one of the positive things that came out of COVID is that, we did have to learn how to communicate and still maintain sort of a teamwork, but yet remotely. So, we held weekly meetings with the team. I mean, like, so the leadership at First Transit, admin staff for Transit. We meet weekly, and I think once we all got used to it, it actually went fairly well. We were still able to do all of our grants and our procurements and our budgets, and there were some delays, but overall, I think it went pretty well. A big project that I'd been working on for a long time because of a lot of new reporting requirements was getting First Transit to revise some of their billing processes and information, and that it took much longer than I thought, but that got actually completed just a few months ago. So, and then we were lucky, we had funding from CARES Act that helped us cover all of our lost revenue, because ridership did go down, significantly, especially in the worst part of the pandemic. And we ordered some new buses. We got 5 new, what I call our kind of high-tech buses, delivered last summer. We had our 10th anniversary kickoff and remarkable Rider Day. And then we did make significant progress on our bus stop installation project. But the few disappointments I have are that I thought by now we'd have our bus stops installed, at least in McMinnville, in our phase 1. But as you know, the vendor who was working on it, he got a job and he moved to Colorado. And so unfortunately,